Hello, Aries. This is your reading for the next 3 months. Remember, Aries, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we're opening the reading today with the Tree of Life Oracle card. This is beauty. This is the path of balance, sacrifice, and joy. Okay? I think this is going to be a really wonderful theme now till the end of the year. I feel like you're going to be striving for balance. I think that this idea of sacrifice and joy, right? I think it's really making time for the things in life that are important to us and understanding that, if we want certain things in life, we're going to have to forego other things in life. There's not room for everything in our lives, okay? I'm Paul. This is Dove and Serpent Tarot. Let's deal the rest of the cards. We're going to use our Dove and Serpent spread today, as we usually do. And this is for the next 3 months, Aries. We have the Universe, we have the Eight of Swords, Two of Swords, we have the Chariot, we have an Ace of Cups. See, there is all the beautiful blessings that are coming in. This is what we want in life, right? More of the good stuff. So we have to make decisions on what things we're going to have to sort of, Two of Swords, where we're going to have to cut out of our lives. We have the Six of Swords coming up with a pretty balanced plan. I like the idea of that 6, the beauty, right, of this card here. I think that's what it's all about. I think it's the next 3 months is going to be focusing on more joy. We have a 3 of Wands. We have the Moon card. We have a Queen of Cups. We have a Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. So this is already looking quite nice. I love that Ace of Cups up there because that is the joy coming in. And I think all of this energy here is focused on how do we get more joy into our lives? What does joy even mean to us? What is it that we even want out of life anymore, So the next 3 months, I think, is going to be really a lot of good stuff. I think a lot of decisions, a lot of discernment being made, okay? Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from a Smith-Waite Tarot. And this is going to be the factor, infinite and unknown. We're going to set it over here with our little sea turtle friend right on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end. It will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any moment during this message you feel like you might know what that card is, put a prediction in the comments, all right? Now let's look around the room here and see what we have. We've got 1, 2, 3 major arcana energies. And we have a little bit of fire. We got some good water, we got some good air, we got a little bit of earth. So it's very balanced, okay? The Universe card here, to me it feels like life has so many possibilities for you right now. I feel like the next 3 months are going to see like almost too many, almost like so many choices that we're not going to know which way to go. This is kind of, to me, a card that sometimes feels like we're lost in all these choices. Yeah. I think, though, that what it really is, it's a card of conclusions. It's a card of completion. I think that a lot of you have been waiting on things to come in. And I think over the next 3 months, a lot of those things that you've been waiting for are going to arrive. Okay? I think that a lot of things in your life are going to come to a conclusion. There's going to be some endings. Okay? I think those endings, we're going to realize that they're kind of opening up new doorways for us. I think that for a lot of you, there is a big financial thing that you've been waiting for. And I feel like the next 3 months is going to see that financial kind of breakthrough. And the effect of that is that boundaries are going to be removed from your life. I feel like you're accomplishing something that is giving you a little bit more freedom. The lifting of restrictions, the lifting of boundaries, the burden is gone. Okay, so I feel like there is now more joy that is coming in because whatever has been restricting you or holding you back is now has been resolved. I think it's a lot of achievement for the next 3 months, but also the next 3 months seeing closure. Things are coming full circle. There is a cycle that is completing. I feel this is you standing in your wholeness. Financially, for a lot of you, this is going to be the financial stuff that you've been waiting for. that's gonna ease your burden and give you freedom, maybe freedom to travel. I think a lot of you are going to be focusing on traveling. And this, I think, next 3 months, yeah, this is usually the time people do a lot of traveling, right? And so I think that this is representing some of that for you, and realizing that if you are traveling, make sure you're traveling for joy and not out of obligation, okay? I feel that this card is, for some of you, maybe representing this feeling of just not knowing where we're going to land in life. Yeah, not knowing, like, where are we going to find the solid ground that we're really looking for. Sometimes this is an aimless kind of go. We're just kind of drifting. Yeah, we don't know. Maybe we feel overwhelmed. Maybe we don't know which way's up, which way's down. In the vacuum of space, right? Zero gravity, then microgravity, there's no up or down. We don't know which way we're headed. Yeah. I think that a lot of things are going to fall in line for you in the next 3 months. A lot of things will be resolved. Okay? Things that right now you may feel have been dragging out over the first part of the year. I think now a lot of that stuff's going to come kind of winding to a close. This is the perfect card for the end of the year, right? Next 3 months between now and January 1st, I feel like a lot of things are getting wrapped up. You got to tie up a lot of loose ends. I think you're kind of closing out the books on the year here. And I think it's going to bring a lot of celebration. I think we're all getting ready for and really hoping for a very positive ending to 2025. Yeah. Anyway, we also have this Eight of Swords, which is saying we're not really sure how it's all going to end. This is a card of right now paying attention to the details, but not getting too wrapped up in the details. Not making things more complicated than they need to be. I think for this time frame for you, Aries, is to keep things simple. If there's a simple solution, do it. If there's an easy way out, close the books. Okay? We don't have to try to make something too complex. And even if that kind of means that you take a little bit of a loss, sometimes it's better to just be done with something. Okay? This is sometimes a card of interference or even feeling trapped in something. We don't want to overthink. We don't want to feel that there's too much clutter. Mental clutter, right? So I think it's a time of really simplifying your ideas, identifying those few things that you really want to do. Let's say for the next 3 months, you've got 1 million ideas, 1 million invitations to, holiday parties. Just kind of narrow it down. Don't try to do too many things. Don't start feeling overwhelmed by the choices. Just pick the things that resonate with you the most. Cut through the noise and realize that you are more free than you think. This is a card of getting rid of clutter. And I think that between these two cards, it would be a very good time to declutter our lives, to declutter our homes, and just our aura. A good time for cleansing, a good time for purging, a good time for, kind of putting an end to things that have sort of overstayed their welcome. Yeah. Maybe it's a good time really for cleaning out the house, cleaning out the closet, the basement, the attic, and preparing for a really efficient and really successful new year. I know it's pretty early to be talking about the new year, but next 3 months, that's the work we got to do. Let's start getting ready to close out the year. Let's start kind of figuring out what we want to do toward the end of the year and what kind of environment we want to start the new year with. I can't believe I'm talking about the new year already, It's barely October here. I feel like it's important that we think about our physical environments with this energy, because if we keep a cluttered environment, we're going to feel mentally cluttered as well. Okay. I think also with the Eight of Swords here, if you're feeling something in your heart, don't let your mind interfere with it right now. Let yourself explore that love and that joy. Allow yourself to feel it. Even if it's not rational, even if it doesn't make sense, even if it doesn't seem like there's a point or a purpose to it. If it feels good, if it feels like there's something there, allow yourself to, to enjoy it. Yeah, it's all about joy and balance. We want to keep that balanced home. We want to keep that sort of joyful environment. We want to feel free. I love this oracle card. Just look how free and how just jubilant this energy feels. I feel like this is exactly what we want for the end of the year. We want it to be a celebration. We want to feel like we're celebrating a really productive year. So now's the time to like sweep away all the dust and all the old stuff and just get it gone. Get it out of there. Yeah. Two of Swords down here, this is about peace. This is sometimes compromise. It is a card of balance. Okay. This is how we are going to be making decisions. And it's saying that right now your peace of mind for the next 3 months, it feels like your peace of mind is more important than you being right. More important than you getting the win or getting the outcome or sort of, overcoming something. It's just better to be peaceful and calm. So if I have to concede and let somebody else take the win, fine. I just want to relax, And I feel like the next 3 months is that kind of realization that, look, it's done with all the striving and struggling. And it's important that we try to cultivate an inner peace, a centeredness, and that balance. Peace, mental peace. This is peace of mind. This is you sleeping like a baby at night. And this is what you really, really want. That's why it's down here under the surface. This is what your heart wants. Your heart wants peace, And your heart is trying to tell your mind, like, look, just let it go. If you're holding on to grudges, let it go. Your mental well-being and your inner peace is better and more important than you being right. So let the nonsense go. Let the drama go, the grudges, the resentments, anything. I feel like by the end of the year, we want to have a fresh start, clean slate. Okay? It already feels more peaceful in here. It already feels like we're calming down more. I feel like we're trying to worry less and love more. Yeah. And of course, the Chariot in the background. Well, this is a lot of devotion. This was a lot of push. There's a lot of victory and triumph for you. I feel like this is kind of the previous 3 months, or maybe this was just the whole year for you, was devotion, was you being in service to something outside of ego. The first 9 months of the year, you had this willpower and this discipline and this determination. You were driving forward and making steady progress. You were focused. Your effort was really like gaining ground. You made so much progress. I want you to look back at the last 9 months and see how far you've come this year already. And use this last 3 months of the year to sort of close out the books. Clear away all the bad debt, all the bad energy. So I think you've really done a lot. Now, you don't want to undo this progress, right? But you want to prepare for the next year of progress too. I feel like you've been driving forward for a long time, and it's kind of maybe like saying, it's time to enjoy a restful season. Yeah. Enjoy the restful season here, and enjoy the harvest. Allow yourself to take maybe an extended rest period or pit stop. Yeah. This is the card of being the vehicle of your destiny, and I think there's a lot of wear and tear that we put on ourselves. This might be the 3 months here, might be a good time for you to focus on caring for yourself, making sure that you're healthy and you're strong, and that you're doing the maintenance on your self, your body, but on your relationships too. Making sure that the things that are important to you are getting the attention that they need. I feel that for a lot of you, this is really 9 months of intense effort, focus, work, and willpower that's about to pay off with the birth of something new. Feels like this could be you really trying very, very hard to carry something forward. And now this Ace of Cups seems like something is arriving for you. For some of you, this might literally be you're expecting a child. Okay, we could look at it very literally. This is the bun in the oven, and now, the bun is done. The Ace of Cups is a fresh start, perhaps. The Ace of Cups is a brand new life. It could be a surge of creativity. I feel like maybe this is the next couple of months, 3 months. You're going to see a new opportunity for joy. Okay, and this could be a new addition to your family. For some of you, this is going to be the beginning of a really potentially serious and long-term love relationship. If you're looking for love, 'tis the season. Okay. If you're looking for creativity, if you're looking to be inspired, if you're just looking for joy, it's coming in. You've got to clear away all the nasty stuff. You got to dust out this bowl so it can receive, the joy. It can receive this opportunity. I think that this is, for you, Aries, this is a season of receiving. I think you've been giving, you've been devoted to your path for a long time. I think it's time that you reap the rewards. I think a lot of good stuff is coming in for you. And again, there may be this idea of travel. Okay, if you're traveling, it's going to be traveling for joy. It's going to be a pleasure trip and not a business trip. Okay? If there is something related to a house or property, it's going to turn out, it's going to be decided in your favor. Okay? If there is something your heart wants, say yes to it. Okay? If there's a way for you to bring about more inner peace, do it. Regardless of whether you're right or wrong, or they're right or wrong, or whatever. Regardless of the facts, strive for inner peace, okay? We even see that with the Six of Swords here. This is progress, this is calm, this is mental balance. I feel like the next 3 months is going to be very important for you to focus on mental health. I feel like this is maybe towards the end of the year, more, December, end of December. I think there is going to be a lot of travel for you. I feel like you are moving, so you're taking some kind of a pleasure trip toward the end of the year, end of December, is what I'm feeling, okay? I feel like this is also the card that's saying that a lot of the stuff in life that's been causing you turmoil and stress and frustration is going to be dissipated. It's going to be gone. It's going to resolve. The waters are going to be clear. This is, we're kind of traveling forward to smoother waters, calmer waters. Whether it's in your relationship or your family situation or your living situation, things are going to get quite easy. And maybe that's kind of what it takes. Maybe like by the end of the year, everybody's so exhausted that we just say, I don't even know what we're fighting about. I don't even care. Let's just have a good time and let's love each other and let's be kind and let's enjoy the end of the year. Okay. I feel this card is also you beginning toward December to start making plans for the new year. Start making plans for like when January hits, you're going to be hitting the ground running. So kind of make those plans, and that's going to give you peace of mind too, to know how how things are going to go later on. To already have a plan in place means that you can kind of just chill and enjoy this season now, because you're not going to have to then worry about it. It's kind of like get all your homework done early so that you can just relax and enjoy the weekend instead of like Sunday night, you're like, oh, I got to do my homework. Just get some of the stuff that you can figured out ahead of time, so that you don't have to scramble and stress at the last minute. And that applies to anything, business, your family functions and events and some of the parties or whatever, or just the holidays. Plan as far in advance as you can so that you can just enjoy it. It's all about the joy. Okay. We also have this Three of Wands here. Three of Wands is it's a card of integrity, right? It's a card of ambition, usually. It's a card of identity. To me, it kind of feels like, right now this is a card of you really recognizing what it is that you are inspired by in life. What are those things that bring you joy in life right now? And to allow yourself to do more of those things. Okay? I think that you have a real confidence. And I think that this is you, in a way, this is you recognizing how much you've already accomplished this year. Okay? I think that this is a very consistent and a very reliable energy for you. And as your general energy here, I kind of feel like you're ready to take on some new, not challenges, you're ready to take on some new adventures. I feel like you're kind of planning something pretty big, either for the end of the year or for next year, the beginning of the year. It's something like, I feel like you got this a really big move that you're preparing for. This is a card also of kind of knowing who you are. To me, this is a card of identity. And this is your card. This is you. This is the sun in Aries. This is a very special card for Aries, yeah? And it's really saying that there's a pride here. And there's a recognition of your accomplishments. I think you're kind of looking at the year and thinking, that was a darn good year. A lot of ups, a lot of downs, a lot of twists, a lot of turns, but it was a heck of a ride, And I think you're giving yourself permission to take it easy, to finish up the loose ends, to accomplish whatever you got to accomplish real quick, get everything kind of done, get as much done ahead of time as you can so you can just enjoy as much of the downtime as you can. Enjoy, right? It's all about that joy, appreciating the beauty and recognizing it in yourself as well. Okay, I feel like you're a very independent person. I feel like you're very bold. I feel like you make a lot of big moves in life. And I think it's time for you to enjoy the rewards and to enjoy the sweetness of those big, risky moves that you made over the year. And kind of like, I don't know, I feel like you're just kind of sitting around like appreciating your family and spending time with the people that you love and those people that are close to you. Okay. We have the Moon card here, which is also quite interesting. To me, that almost feels like a New Year's card, because I'm kind of feeling like there are big things that are in store for you. And I feel like this might be kind of like the next 3 months might kind of be like a calm before a really big transition or a really big change. I feel like we're kind of at the threshold of something here. And maybe it just literally is just like we're closing out this year and we're ready for the new year, the sun to kind of rise, and we're ready for the next adventure. We're excited, perhaps, and a little bit scared, a little bit nervous about what life is going to have for us. But I think you're somebody that enjoys the mystery. I think you're somebody that enjoys, like, not knowing what challenges the next year will have for us, but being confident that whatever it is, you can handle it. This is a card of mystery. This is a card of dreams. I feel like you're going to take the next 3 months to dream up the next year of your life. It's not really a time for taking bold actions and big moves now, but for using your imagination and to formulate and make some plans and dream the dreams that are going to carry you into next year. And the bigger the better. Use your imagination. And to, it's kind of like saying, if you weren't afraid of anything, what would you dream for? What would you wish for next year? If there were no limitations, if the resources weren't an issue, if nothing was going to be in your way, this is the card of the dark, scary forest. Yeah. And I feel kind of a sense of excitement that we're ready. We're not trying to rush it in. We're not trying to hurry up and get there. I want to enjoy the next 3 months. But knowing that the next year is going to be big, that there's all sorts of stuff waiting for us. Yeah. I think that this year, I almost feel like this is a year in review. I feel like this year really enlightened you about a lot of things. I feel like a lot of what was secret or a lot of what was hidden from you, kind of now you understand. I feel like it was a year of really tremendous growth for you. Growth in wisdom and depth and getting in touch with your interior world and your creativity and getting in touch with your emotions. And I feel like you faced a lot of fears. And you're ready to do that again, next year. We also have our Queen of Cups. As a depth of emotion, this is radical self-love, radical self-care. This is lifting the veil of your feelings. I feel like it really is you getting in touch with your emotions, understanding what you really truly care about and what it's all for and what it means. This is the why behind everything that you've done. And I think this is the next 3 months is really a time of reflection. It's a time of clearing out all the loose ends, concluding business for the year, closing the books, making the plan for next year. Okay, do that as quickly as possible, and then reflect on the year that you've had. Reflect on what's important to you, and really, really express that love that you feel in your heart for your people, your pets, your plants, your people, and for yourself. This is a very intuitive and a very reflective card. The next 3 months is for you to embody empathy, love, and deeper emotional understanding. You're becoming a calm, peaceful sort of, lake, a nice, peaceful body of water. The turbulence is now gone for the rest of the year. And it's peaceful. It's calm. It's pure, beautiful, delicious water. And you're kind of leading that. I feel that you're allowing yourself to just have that kind of softness and to settle into yourself. And to be that for the people around you as well. I think that maybe 2025 was a pretty emotional year for you. So spend the next 3 months reflecting on that and finding that stillness. And kind of similar thing for the Queen of Pentacles too. This is going to be you looking back over the rest of the year. Looking at the twists and turns, the ups and downs, right? That long and winding road that you've taken to get where you are right now. You've earned your repose. Spend the next 3 months concluding business, closing out the year, making the plan for next year, and then just chill. Just don't take on any new burdens. Don't get involved in any drama. Just ease, pleasure, joy, stillness, calm, peace of mind. I think that you're getting a pretty big financial bonus by the end of the year too, right? I think you're kind of expecting that. I feel like the end of the year is usually a pretty lucrative time for you. So I feel like this is you then feeling very stable and very comfortable with your people, your friends, your family, feeling loved, and feeling like you're financially well off too. Okay, so maybe you have been waiting for something in terms of your finances or some kind of real estate or property. The wait is over, you're going to receive it, and it's going to be the perfect icing on the cake to the year. Okay. Let's look at our mystery card over here. I don't know what this is going to be, but if you have a prediction, please put it in the comments. I expect joy, 3 of Cups. Well, it's a Fool. Well, the Fool embodies joy like no other card does, right? And I think that this is all the burdens are gone, all the stress has been washed away, all the business has been concluded. It's time to play. It's time to enjoy, right? It's time to, it's time to reap the rewards. You've sacrificed for the entire year, and now that sacrifice is being sort of rewarded or paid back. So I think this is absolutely a free energy. This is freedom from the burden or the stress or the worry. This is you just allowing yourself to enjoy the season, and I can't help but think of like the December holidays and just how wonderful it is to just feel loved and you're with your people and, all the business of life is sort of done for a little while. And we just get even if it's just one day, we just get a little bit of a pause where there's no responsibility, there's no burden. All our obligations are suspended, put on hold. All business deals are concluded for the year. And it's just like maybe just one day a year where there's nothing to worry about. And that, I think, is the kind of refresh and the reset that we all need. Because next year, guess what? Come January 1st, back on the road. Yeah. Right now, it just feels like we can just take it a little easier. I feel like that's really a nice thing to have sometimes, If you want to dive deeper, well, click on through to the extended reading. You can just hit the join button down below here, okay? Don't forget to hit the like button. I forgot to mention that. That's really important too. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, well, now's your chance, okay? I thank you, I love you, and I'll see you there.